Glenn Beck had the CIA operative, the supposed Al-Qaeda hunter, on. And they said a nuke needs to go off in America to get the American people's attitude straight about the world empire. Here they are admitting the motive to stage 9/11 in your face. We have all these top generals on record saying we sure need another 9/11. That sure helped us. And those neocons, those headlines a few years ago about we need another 9/11 now. Then people ask, well, why would they stage a terror attack? Well, why would Hitler firebomb his own Reichstag to declare martial law a few months after being elected in February 27th, 1933? Why would they attack their own military base at Gleiwitz to blame it on the Poles? It's called a frame-up, folks. And if they'll hire Taliban and Al-Qaeda to attack U.S. forces, that's on record confirmed, then they'll do anything. So that's coming up as well. Also, I want to show a video, and I'll break it down for the radio audience coming up later in the next hour. NASA has released satellite images and done a composite of the Arctic and Antarctic ice from 1979 on, from satellite. And in the summer, it gets small. In the winter, it gets big. It does this. Gets big, gets small, gets big, gets small. But see, Al Gore goes and shows video footage of glaciers falling in the Arctic or Antarctic and says, look, it's melting. They're icebergs. Yes, there were icebergs a million years ago, too. There were icebergs that hit the Titanic. It wasn't global warming. They break off every year. See, it rains on the land and builds up, then that has pressure on it. The glaciers slide out as it warms each year in the spring and summer, and then that breaks off into the ocean. And then Al Gore says, look, the polar bear is drowning. He's out on a iceberg. He broke away and he's going to die. No, they swim out to those and hunt seals. And they've had to admit now that polar bears are the best land animal swimmer. This is not a conspiracy theory. They're counting on you to be stupid. They treat you like you're very dumb. You're not stupid. You don't have to get pimp gamed here and scammed anymore. You can stop being a fool. But they teach the children in school the polar bears are dying and drowning, and they cry. It's all over TV. Every time I watch a nature show, I seem to see about the polar bears drowning. Folks, the polar bear numbers have gone from 30-something thousand to 44,000 just in North America. They're all over the place. The archaeology shows their numbers go up when it gets warmer. But I'm going to cover that next hour. I said I'd take your calls. It's just, I'll assure you, ladies and gentlemen, they can swim. I'll assure you icebergs are normal. No, that's hard to believe. I'm surprised they're saying seals are drowning, too. I mean, seals swim. Dolphins swim. I know that's hard to believe right now. All right, let's go ahead here. A little bit of satire, folks, but the public, I mean, it's not satire. The public believes they can't swim. Phyllis in Detroit, you're on the air. Thanks for holding.
Hi, Alex. I had a question, or a couple questions. When do you think they're going to implement the full Volunteer Service Act, and how can we resist for our children?
Well, they passed the GIVE Act, but took out the provisions where it said absolute mandatory service when you get out of high school for a year in a new paramilitary force, as the White House Chief of Staff on record says it will be in uniform. But it still says they're set up the board to prepare compulsory service, and they've got a bunch of other bills. I was looking at this just Monday for a film I'm making. I saw 6 different new bills, or was it was 6, because I got a folder out there with them that say compulsory service, just like they have the Hate Crimes Act and the Cyberbullying Act with the exact same language about if something hurts someone's feelings, the feds come arrest you. In fact, I'll read that since I mentioned it in a moment. And so it's going on now. They have City Year. They have Year Up. They have the kids at public schools everywhere must go work before and after school and during school. They don't get taught reading, writing, arithmetic. They go and they plant gardens as service for the school to sell the food, as if the schools don't have enough money. It's like China, where they go to work in the fireworks factories or in the textiles. They're now introducing service means you're a slave to them, not you go down and help people at the soup kitchen. So that's going on. And so it's happening.
The hate crime, wasn't that initially started by the militant homosexuals?
Yes.
To silence people?
Yes. They see, the way this is always phrased, whether you're for that or not, it's best to approach the debate from, it's always about, oh, we need freedom to do what we want. Well, people then, if you disagree with them, even unpopular speech, it's people's right to, say if you do that, you're going to hell. But no, they're trying to pass laws, and they've actually arrested a lot of pastors. It's been in the news in Philadelphia and other places. At public parades, they're not allowed to have a sign saying what you're doing is bad, and they're arrested and charged with hate speech, and in some cases go to prison now. And so, yes, let me, and I appreciate your call. Let me just read from the hate crime bill introduced by Representative Linda Sanchez that has passed the House and is set to pass the Senate. See, everything they've tried for years is now passing. And I had read an earlier version that didn't have this language. It was just, we're going to say certain groups are more protected than others. So if a white guy kills a white guy, you're not going to get that much prison time. But if a white guy kills a black guy, you're going to get a lot more prison time. Or if a black guy kills a white guy, you're going to get more prison time if it's racially motivated. Or if a black guy kills a black guy, it's not as bad as a white guy killing a black guy, which, and they always use the Texas case of them dragging the black guy to death. They all got death penalty. I mean, what else are they supposed to get? Well, a hate crime on top of it. I mean, it's pointless. They all got the death penalty. Well, I mean, what else are you supposed to do? But you notice it was in the Associated Press, but nowhere else. Then some black guys grabbed a drunk, homeless white guy and drug him to death, and it didn't even hardly make the news and then they didn't get charged with hate crimes. And I think they got the death penalty too. So the issue here, you can pull that. In fact, pull up Jasper, Texas, blacks pull. It'll only be on the Nazi websites, but then they'll have links to the AP. You can see that. People don't see, why do you know about the black guy getting drugged to death, but not the old drunk white guy? Both of them old winos, old black drunk guy, old white drunk guy. Well, I mean, they're both human beings. They're both old drunk guys, old ex-cons or whatever. That's the point here, is that I thought it was bad enough, but I was focusing just on the cyberbullying because I'd never seen language that said you have no more free speech. But what is in the hate crimes bill that's passed the House is the exact same wording in the cyberbullying. And it says, whoever transmits in interstate or foreign commerce any communication, internet, with the intent to coerce, intimidate, harass, or cause substantial emotional distress to a person using electronic means, so emotional distress, to support severe, repeated, these are commas, or hostile behavior, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 2 years or both. There's just a bigger penalty in the cyberbullying than in this. Communication means electronic transmission between or among points specific by the user, information of the user. So it's got a cyberbullying section in it. To try to coerce a politician into voting a particular way by repeatedly blogging, using a hostile tone. I mean, folks, this is Soviet Union, end of First Amendment. And I had my cyberbullying here. Where is that? Now, in case you don't believe me, it's not just Alex Jones saying this. Here is ABC News 7. Anti-cyberbullying legislation threatens free speech. I mean, it period says no more free speech. And the feds say we don't even need somebody to file a complaint saying your blogging or your email or your phone call hurt their feelings. We're going to decide. Yeah, here's the Cyberbullying Act. Corporate media exploits teen idol to push cyberbullying. Where's the subsection? Oh, that's not the article with the subsection. Oh, it doesn't matter. I've read it on air over and over again. It's got the exact same words. Okay, let's go ahead and talk to Stephen in Florida. Stephen, you're on the air.
Good afternoon, Alex. How are you?
Good.
Okay, off speakerphone. I wrote a dissertation with regards to what the 4th of July means to me. But listening to everyone and listening to you, what you have presented, it shows that this is what we stand for, the anti-establishment of these goons telling us what to do, removing our liberties, removing, where all men are created equal. We have
the robber crime class who's stolen everything, and now they're putting a police state in to protect themselves.